Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite was dedicated to the late, great Brodie Lee, aka John Huber. We were live in his hometown, Rochester, New York. And in terms of giving tribute, paying homage to that great name, to that great man, I personally thought this was a banger episode. I thought AEW, All Elite Wrestling, did its job in giving us, the fans, their live, and us here at home watching a great episode. Once again, thank you, Brodie Lee, rest in peace. And again, thank you AEW for another week of great wrestling. Welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx. We're going to talk about AEW Dynamite tonight, once again live from Rochester, New York. It featured a hot main event between Miro and SAMMY Guevara, whatever you want to call him. A new champion was crowned. Didn't expect it to happen, but it did. We also got CM Punk on commentary. We got a lot of surprises. We got a lot of new signees, including a certain, if you know what I mean, Emilio. Can't wait for that. And some things I didn't like. You get to hear me actually talk about a negative part about the show. Oh my god. What? All you people talking about some, oh my god, all you do is just kiss AEW's ass. Well, you'll get to hear me criticize them for once. But yeah, I really enjoyed tonight's episode and I can't wait to talk about it. So let's not waste any time. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all of my content when it comes out. While you're at it, please help expand the brand by doing the following things. First off, join the membership today, like Joshua Perez has done, and get an opportunity to request a video at your choosing. Reaction, review, topic video. All of that with a click at your fingertips by just joining the membership. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Spotify, and give me a follow on Instagram. Donate using PayPal, Patreon. Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries and just to say hi. Go ahead and get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. We got the old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. We got the new school Alyx's World t-shirt, but don't forget to get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America, yeah, t-shirt made by It's J Knox and Firestar Heart. Let's get a quick word from our sponsor, and then we'll get to some lovely shout-outs. Today's video is sponsored by Amazon Music Unlimited, featuring 70 million songs and thousands of expert playlists. With Amazon Music Unlimited, you can listen to any song, anytime, anywhere, on all your devices. Smartphone, tablet, PC, Fire TV, and even Amazon Echo. Today, if you sign up using the link getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, you'll get a 90-day free trial that you can cancel at any time. Following that, you'll be paying a small $7.99 that includes no ads and no interruptions. Take advantage of this opportunity today using getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, in the description below. So it has come to my attention that Bobby Fish is All Elite, and he'll be fighting SAMMY Guevara for the championship next week. That's pretty dope. I will laugh my ass off if they end up getting rid of Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly, and all four members of the Undisputed Era end up showing up and joining AEW. I will laugh my ass off. I think that would be great. But yeah, congratulations to Bobby Fish. I'll be sure to look that up during the review to get some more details about that. But that's pretty good. Be sure to show some love to the moderators in the house. We got Elias Demi, Ultra Shaw 97, Firestar Heart, and Godzilla Hawk. They help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans, so show them the respect that they deserve. Party people, what's going on? I'm just gonna shout out the names that I see. We got 100 people here live early. So I noticed a super chat before the stream started. Joshua Perez donated $23. Holy shit. And he simply said, and new TNT champion, Sammy Guevara. In that same energy. I think it's really cool. It's good to have Sammy in the house, man. That's awesome. I'm glad he got his moment. Can't wait to talk about that. Alright, saying hello to the following people. New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, JoJo, John Bill II, Paul Bub, Pimp Boy BK. That's a new one. What's up, Pimp Boy? You must be new because I haven't seen your name ever, actually. Joseph Winters, nickname my former Super Chat champion, but also YouTube member. Rachel S., Bryce Blackwell, Tornado Pro Wrestling. Alright. We got Cornbread in the house. Robert Brown, Adam Ritter. We also got Mr. EGD, Tyler Marine, your current Super Chat champion. Tyler, I hope you're keeping that belt warm. You're going to have to defend that belt at Survivor Series. Zachary Hain, Franklin Torres, Raymond Fraud, Jose Ortiz. We also got Billy Ray Allen, Jamarcus Williams, Dennis Parr. That's literally what his last name is. It's Dennis Parr. Sean Swabby, SML. And last but not least, let's give it to Colonel H. Stinkmeaner. Colonel H. Stankmaner. Someone has been watching his Boondocks. Good to have you here. Glad you guys are having a great time. Please have a seat, relax, take a load off. Be sure to like the video. Get this up to, for Brodie, this one needs to hit 500. For Brodie. Like the video. Get them likes up for Brodie Lee. Get them likes up. Alright. Good to have you guys here. Let's play these super chats and then we'll go ahead and get to the rest of the show.
I'll be the first to say, and maybe the only, I hated this finish. I'm sorry. Not a fan of Guevara, never was, and Miro shouldn't be lost this one.
Well, he didn't lose clean, so there's clearly going to be a rematch. Let's just calm down a little bit about that. I noticed that there were some people, not just Cornbread, who were like, "Oh my god, why'd he lose?" It wasn't clean. He got his head knocked on the turnbuckle, so I still believe that there's going to be a rematch and he'll win the belt back. Why not give Sammy a short run with the belt? Sammy has earned it. I'm happy they pulled the trigger on Sammy. We got to start establishing some stars here. So, again, AEW once again establishing their young talent, letting people know that they are the future. And I'm happy about that. All right, pausing super chats. Once again, like the video for Brodie. Thank you guys for being here. Let's get to it. Once again, tonight's show was dedicated to the late, great John Huber, a.k.a. Brodie Lee, a.k.a. Luke Harper, whatever you want to call him. I love that. And just, what has it been? It feels like it's been, it hasn't even been that long. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's been yesterday. But it happened almost a year ago that he passed away. Almost a year ago. And still one of the, in my opinion, one of the greatest tribute episodes of any wrestling show that I personally have ever seen was his tribute. Beautiful. That same tribute is what won CM Punk over. It was that episode and other things as well that encouraged CM Punk to return to wrestling. Also, I believe it encouraged Bryan Danielson to leave WWE. You would have to think, if he was alive today, in my personal opinion, he would have been a world champion. Easily. Because he had too much going for him. He has so much love, so much respect for the business. I personally wouldn't have been shocked if they had him beat Jon Moxley instead of Kenny Omega. But yeah, eventually I do believe I would have easily seen Brodie be a world champ if he had survived. He's gonna be missed. One of those people that was, one of those people that was taken away from us way too soon. Happy he got a show dedicated to him, and it wasn't the special iconic episode that we got last year, but there's nothing that's gonna top that. That was the perfect tribute to a wrestler, and there's nothing you can do that can replace that, honestly. But I did love that the crowd was hot for him. That was a great crowd tonight in Rochester, New York. Lots of Brodie chants, lots of CM Punk chants as well. They loved him some CM Punk, as they should. But yeah, good to have Brodie here. That's always good to see people like him honored. Because as much as we like to give credit to other companies, not going to mention their names, for what they do for the past, for the legends, and all that kind of stuff. What I love is that with AEW, they do such a great job at making sure you do not forget. You do not forget who they are and what they do. And I love that ever since Brodie Lee passed away, every time you open up Dynamite, it's Wednesday night. You know what that means. Like, it's shit like that I love. And we're going to get something very similar with Owen Hart when they do the Owen Hart tournament sometime next year. It's such a good place to be when it comes to honoring the legends, honoring the people before us. And I hate that the other company doesn't do it as good as AEW does, although they should be. So, rest in peace, Brodie Lee. Hopefully they continue to honor your name. The other piece of news that I wanted to talk about was a certain man of the hour. I can't do the accent very well, but I was very scared when I heard that this man wanted to retire from wrestling, and it filled my heart with joy hearing that he was coming back. It was announced that Lio Rush has officially signed with All Elite Wrestling. He is back full-time as a wrestler. He is not going to retire. And that makes me super fucking happy. I was very concerned when he stopped or retired from wrestling. And it was over social media. And the reason why I was concerned is because I know that this man loves this. He loves wrestling. He loves doing it. And I knew that his time in WWE, whether it was on NXT or main roster, it wasn't, how do I put this? I don't believe it was good for him. WWE was not the best place for him in terms of his passion, in terms of who he is and what he does. They put him on the freaking main roster as a manager. And he's one of the best performers in the world. NXT knew how to use him. They knew exactly. 205 Live knew how to use him. Although NXT and 205 Live are the same thing. When he was used properly, easily one of the best parts of any show. Period. Loved him as the NXT Cruiserweight Champ. Loved him before that. And I'm not taking anything away from him as a manager. Lashley. He did a good job, but that's not who he is. WWE did not know how to use him. I think AEW is going to do him justice. Whether he's being used as an enhancement talent or, getting his own run. I would love to see Lio Rush take on the TNT champ. Wouldn't that be a great match? Imagine Lio Rush versus Darby Allin. Imagine Lio Rush versus Cody Rhodes. There's so many things you can do with Lio. So, yeah, this was a good pickup for them. And hopefully he finds his passion. I think he has to have found his passion again if he was going to resign. I just hope that he really does have his heart. His heart's in it. He's able to go hard and give us one of the best performances that we've ever seen. Hopefully. But good thing that they were able to pick him up because he was about to be done. He was ready to quit wrestling. And Tony Khan snagged him up. That is pretty freaking Dope. Love that. One other piece of news that I wanted to talk about comes from, this is bodyslam.net, and I actually want to pull it up because I was actually very impressed with the article written. This is from Cassidy Haynes. I have been following him for a while. He always does such an excellent job with news articles. He makes sure his sources are clean. He always makes sure that he gives us accurate information. And he actually said that this piece took him months to write. So once again, respect to Cassidy Haynes from bodyslam.net, who reports that there's an update when it comes to the AEW MVPs. I'm just going to read it here and then we'll talk about it. And I quote, "There has been a lot of change backstage, behind scenes within AEW, since the company's launch back in 2019 to present day. One of the major differences from the early days of the company to current in AEW is the creative process." Ooh. "Sources within the company have told me that creative was essentially completely taken away from the EVPs. Wow. As basically everything now comes through or down to Tony Khan. AEW talents are allowed and encouraged to pitch ideas, give suggestions, but creative is absolutely Tony Khan's prerogative now. Tony Khan is in full control. Numero uno, the HNIC of creative. At one point, Cody Rhodes was the only EVP to regularly attend office meetings and was an office regular. But that role as well as his input with creative have been greatly diminished." Oh wow. Matt Jackson's EVP role, as I was told, has been assisting his wife, Diana, with merchandise. Diana, sorry. His wife. And Nick Jackson is Dana. I know, it's not Diana. I don't know who Diana is. I hope you're not cheating on your wife with a girl named Diana. His wife, Dana. Nick Jackson is focused on handling BTE. Additionally, it was stated that Kenny Omega is very hands-on with AEW games and the gaming side of things, as well as his role of helping put together the women's matches. But I was told by sources that basically they are EVPs in name only. They no longer have final say in creative or talent hiring. Any of them. Wow. Tony Khan pulled back on the reins and took the power away from them. It was also stressed to me from sources that Cody doesn't really have much of a relationship with any of the EVPs anymore. The others are still great friends, but Cody is very much on the outside looking in. Wow. That is crazy. So there you go. The EVPs are no longer in control. They don't have any responsibilities on what gets booked, creative processes. It's all Tony Khan now. How do I feel about this? Good. Honestly, I was a little worried about them having too many cooks in the kitchen anyways. And a lot of times the shows would feel a lot of, how do I put this? They would feel unfocused. It feels like one was trying to do too much. With one person steering the ship, of course he's getting input from other people. He's not just pulling a Vince McMahon and saying it's all about me. He's getting input from talent. Of course he is. He has to for this to work. It's all one vision. It's all Tony Khan's vision, as it should be. I think that's great. I'm happy Tony Khan started saying no. That was one of my biggest issues, was that he was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, come on. Yeah, we'll try this. Now Tony's like, okay, no, I'm going to take that. I'm going to manage this. I'm going to be sure this is good. I made the rules. Good. I think he has to be this way. I think because you got stars like CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, because you got so many people to worry about now, you gotta be more airtight. I do think, and actually one of the talents, I think it was Brian Cage said this on Twitter, because Tony Khan is now numero uno, who is now in charge, who's now steering the ship as the captain, there is the possibility that he could go the opposite direction, which is taking everything upon himself, which could lead to burnout. Now, while I think it's good to have one vision to follow for a company, if you don't have responsibilities to share with, you can wear yourself out and you can drive yourself crazy. Ask Paul Heyman. Ask Paul Heyman. One of the reasons why Paul Heyman, and listen, I love ECW. I thought ECW for a short period of time, I dare say like around 1997, 1998, was easily one of the best wrestling promotions ever of all time. Go back and watch some of those, from 1996 to about 2000, maybe even 2001. Go back and watch some of those ECW matches. They were freaking amazing, out of this world insane. But Paul Heyman drove himself crazy running ECW because he had no help. He didn't give anybody responsibilities. It was all about, all right, we got to do this and this and this my way. My vision, my way, or the highway. Tony Khan has to be careful that he doesn't run himself ragged. Hopefully he has a team around him. It was good every once in a while having a Cody Rhodes or a Kenny Omega to bounce ideas off of. But now that he's kind of like, look, I'm gonna take the reins here and kind of do it myself, he has to be careful. He has to be careful that he doesn't lose sight of things. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But yes, I think this is good. Listen, Omega, Young Bucks, Cody, they need to just be wrestlers. They can be locker room leaders. They can still influence the booking or give ideas if you want. But in terms of them, like, having creative control and booking matches and booking segments, I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I just feel like more than ever, it was probably best for them to pull that back and just give Tony Khan the reins. So yeah, I'm very excited that Tony made that decision. That was smart. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us, Mr. Cassidy Haynes. Please give him a follow on Twitter. I encourage you all, if you are into wrestling news, I encourage you to follow Sean Ross Sapp, Cassidy Haynes. I encourage you to follow Raj Giri, that's Wrestling Inc. Who else am I following? Of course, the usual PWI Insider. You can follow Dave Meltzer, but keep this in mind. Dave is not necessarily always accurate with his reporting. I'm not saying it's completely not true, but it's not accurate. That's the difference with Dave Meltzer. A lot of times what will happen is he'll hear something and then he'll make it a massive story, but he doesn't go into detail about what he heard. He just, I heard, that's what I heard. Sean Ross Sapp and all of them actually have sources that go into detail about what they get. So please follow them on social media if that's what you do. So before I go to the AEW, apparently my boy Nickname Mai has increased his membership to 6 months. My boy Nickname Mai is showing his dedication to the channel. Member for 6 months. Thank you so much. He is now a main eventer. He decided to join the main event tier because he wants to let me know that his dedication to the channel is true. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, of course, please get all your wrestling news from NoDQ.com, Aaron Rift. And Aaron Rift does follow a lot of the people that I named. So all right. Let's stop screwing around. Let's get to it. Let's go ahead and get to Dynamite. Guys, listen. I really enjoyed Dynamite tonight. It was just fun. I want to start things off with that main event because apparently I missed freaking Bobby Fish showing up because he apparently showed up during the Roads to the Top. Is that what Cody Rhodes' reality TV show's called now? Roads to the Top? All right, well, I'm going to go look at that. Let me go look that up. Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike when I play the audio. But let's start with that main event. I personally thought, my personal opinion, I thought Sammy beating Miro was the right call. I know a lot of people will disagree. I see a lot of people saying Miro was a great champion. Yes, he was. Miro should not have lost that belt. First off, let me just say this really quickly. Someone like Miro, when you have someone like him lose, it means something. And the thing about him, when he loses, it doesn't feel like he gets buried or he looks worse as a result. It actually feels like when he loses, it does more for the person that beats him. And what I love about this match, not only was it a great match, Sammy Guevara did a crazy turnbuckle dive, like some kind of a parkour 450 over the turnbuckle to the outside. I don't even know if it's 630 or 450. It was freaking amazing. Like, he's a psychopath every time he does that. I think he did it to MJF one time. But awesome match. Love the selling. I love the character work for Miro. I love that he's essentially some kind of a, I don't even know how to describe it, but he's like a Greek god type of persona where he has one weakness. You know, what was that Greek god that had the Achilles heel? Achilles. Yeah. His essentially he was very strong, immortal, but his weakness was the heel. Well, same thing with Miro. Can't hit him here, can't hit him here. He had a weakness. It was his head. Everything up was his weakness. And I love the storytelling that he put into these matches. That to beat him, you had to attack him in the head. And tonight, they kept that story going. But what I loved was the adage of Sammy Guevara using his best friend's moveset. Fuego del Sol uses a swinging DDT as a finisher. And he almost beat Miro weeks ago on a Rampage with that swinging DDT. And Sammy used that same DDT in this match. That type of storytelling I fucking love. You will always catch me with that. That continuity, beautiful stuff. And then, of course, after Sammy rammed Miro's head into the turnbuckle, which, by the way, Miro was the one who took out the turnbuckle pass. It wasn't Sammy, it was Miro. So Miro fucked himself over. Sammy hits the 630 and beats a 1-2-3. I thought they did a good job protecting Miro. So they're clearly going to do a rematch. Do a rematch. Full Gear's not that... When is Full Gear? It's in November, right? Oh, they're definitely going to do a rematch in November. So Sammy gets to hold this for a good month and then he drops it back to Miro. Okay. Why are people upset about that? First off, it's Sammy Guevara. One, he's a new face. And two, it's Sammy Guevara. Are we going to pretend that this is someone who doesn't deserve to be champion? Are you serious? This kid, he's been killing it since day one. He's one of my favorites. Not just because he's from Houston, Texas. But he's a fan favorite. The work he's been doing with Chris Jericho, with MJF, everything involving the Inner Circle, everything that Sammy has been doing has been top notch. I do not understand why anybody would be upset about this. So, I loved it. I thought it was a great way to close out the show. I didn't expect Sammy to win, which made it even better. So, let me go look up Bobby Fish really quickly. I need to know, like, did he attack Sammy? Did he come out? I wanted to know what happened. Apparently it was announced during a commercial break. I'm trying to figure out, like, did Bobby Fish just show up? I don't even know how it happened for a minute. Yeah, I don't... Someone tell me in the comments, like, did Bobby Fish show up and challenge him, or did Sammy challenge him? Okay, well, I don't know what happened there, but that's weird. I can't even find the video of it. Let me go to AEW's page. But yeah, apparently, yeah, it says it right here that Sammy Guevara challenged Bobby Fish. Alright. I'm cool with that. I'm not against it. I'm just very curious to know how that went about. But yeah. Apparently, Sammy's gonna fight Bobby Fish next week. Awesome. Cool. I'm cool with that. I'm not complaining. Apparently, it was tweeted. Oh, it was via tweet. Okay. Sure. There you go. Bobby Fish versus Sammy G next week. It'll be a good match. They should open with that. Be a nice match to open things up with. Well, would it be as good as them opening things up with Adam Cole, baby, versus Jungle Boy? I have no idea, but we'll find out. CM Punk was amazing on commentary, as always. He just works. Him, Jim, freaking Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone are just great. They're just great. And I'm sorry, anybody still saying that Jim Ross doesn't happen anymore? I don't know what you're expecting from him, but I think Jim has been on fire. Like, you feel his passion coming back every single passing week. And it feels like we're getting closer and closer back to that old school Jim Ross. Because he was great on commentary tonight. I don't know what anybody else wants from him. I love him. CM Punk just added to the commentary desk. And it's always good to have CM Punk's presence felt. I was expecting Hook to show up and do something to him. But it was good having Punk out there. And the crowd loved it too. They were chanting CM Punk all night. Anyways, this opening match between Adam Cole and Jungle Boy was fucking awesome. Two of the biggest stars in that company, Adam Cole especially, constantly reminding us that WWE made a mistake letting him go. Constantly. By the way, you're not going to believe what I heard. The news that I read. It was actually reported by Fightful. Let me see if I can find it. Because sometimes I'd be saying it's from Fightful and it's not actually a thing. But let me see. Fightful. Adam Cole. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. You're not going to believe this. Are you ready? So Fightful.com, and this is legit. I can even pull up the article for yourself, just in case y'all like, oh, are you just saying it's Fightful.com? No, I'm going to actually pull up the article. Let me actually switch screens here. Right here, Fightful.com. Adam Cole says, there are ideas to change his name and look on the WWE roster. You ready? Says here, speaking to Chris Jericho on Talk is Jericho, Cole detailed conversations he had with Vince McMahon and the ideas for him on the main roster. That was the pitch from the gate. Cole said, by joining the main roster if he resigned. I did have a meeting with Vince. It went well. It was a 30-minute convo, which was cool. I had only talked to him for 2 or 3 minutes prior to that. I got to work the Survivor Series main event, and that was cool. It was really cool. He was very complimentary, very nice. The idea was for me to go to Raw or SmackDown and not stay with NXT just because I had been there for so long. As much as I love NXT, I was ready to take that step. Then he says, apparently, there were a lot of ideas, but they were very vague on what exactly they wanted to do. When I first heard the conversation, they had mentioned something about doing a name change or changing my look. That scared me a little bit because I spent nearly 14 years as Adam Cole. Our latest conversation, they were definitely more open to being me and being myself. They could tell I was not too thrilled about the name change. They actually suggested to Adam Cole to change his name. They were gonna, and I'm not making this up, apparently they were gonna have him change his name to Adam Boom. Adam Boom? Adam Boom, baby. What the fuck? And I heard another rumor they were going to have him shave his head bald. I don't know if I believe that 100%. They were going to have him shave his head and call him Adam Boom. Ugh. I do believe them changing his name, though. I believe that part 100%. Oh, please. Nah. You can't get over unless Vince wants you to get over. That part I believe. So, if y'all are wondering why Adam Cole left, don't. Because this is why. So many other reasons why, too. But this, they wanted to change his name. You see him out here. You saw that pop he had on Friday night. You saw what he got tonight. Adam Cole is a rock star. Adam Cole, baby. And they wanted to change that because they're idiots. You know who's also a rock star? Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who's constantly getting better every single week. They had a great match, a great opener. And Adam Cole won, as he should have. And he won by cheating. He gave him a low blow. Both of them look great. Then you had a promo from the Super Clique. Omega and all his other cronies had to confront Bryan Danielson, who basically said, okay, you know what? I can't challenge you to a rematch. I'll just fight every single member of the Elite until I get me my rematch. So Bryan is essentially going to earn himself a title match against Kenny Omega. So I don't know what the plans are for Full Gear. I was told to expect Hangman Page very soon, because that was the plan, to give that title shot to Hangman Page. I don't know if he's still taking a break. If he's still on break, then yes, please, do Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega for the championship. Please. Are you kidding me? I don't know what the hell they're doing with Hangman Page right now, but it would suck if Hangman Page stayed at home and ended up missing out on the opportunity. But then again, he has a fucking baby. He has a child. He's a father right now with a wife. Let him take care of them. And if he decides he wants to come back, let him come back when he's ready. But I don't know. Like listen, whatever they want to do, whether it's Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega, or Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega, I just want to be sure that eventually the long-term plan is Hangman Page becoming AEW champion. I am ready for it. I love Bryan Danielson. I think Bryan Danielson has done so much for the business. But the ultimate goal for me is Hangman Page being champion. Whatever the fuck we gotta do to get to that point, whenever we get to it, that needs to be the goal. So, Hangman Page is champ. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready for Hangman Page to be champ. It's been a while, and he's earned it. And I'm happy he actually got a chance to take a break so we can miss him. So when eventually he does come, it will mean something. So, yes sir, Hangman Page is champ. Alright, just gonna talk about a couple other things about this show that I really, really enjoyed. So, our boy Cody Rhodes wasn't very well received at all in Rochester, New York. They did not like him. Like, it wasn't even like 50-50 for Cody. They booed the fuck out of him. Got Cody sucks chants. And I love that he's reacting to it. I like that he's starting to get pissed off by it. He's becoming a lot more erratic with his decisions. And they're playing that into the story. So much so that Lee Johnson had to tag himself in and win the match for his team. Because Dante Martin, by the way, Dante Martin is a fucking star. He is incredible inside that ring. He's doing things that I've never seen before, and I love it. So Dante Martin and Matt Sydal lost to Lee Johnson and Cody. Not because, of Lee Johnson, no, because of Cody. Cody was not having his head in the game. So then, after the match, Arn Anderson gets on the microphone. And Cody, first off, is talking about, I want Aleister Black. I want Malachi Black. Where is he? And Arn looked at him and said, you need to shut your mouth right now. See, the difference between me and you, Cody, is that when you get pulled over and the man is just like, give me your car, Cody gets out the car and says, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Please take it. While Arn Anderson pulls out a goddamn Glock and shoots him in the face. And then he looked at Cody and said, I don't coach losers. I coach winners. Come on, Lee Johnson. He quit on Cody. That crowd ate that shit up. And so did I. I am never, ever fucking with R. Anderson. Let me tell you something. And this is something that I've always known about Arn. He is one of the best promos. He always could talk his ass off. And people had to be reminded of how much of a badass he was tonight. Letting Cody know, do you not see that Malachi Black is just he's just too much for you? You are getting your ass handed to you. I don't coach losers. So he left, and I thought that was a fire promo. And you want to know why I loved it so much? because it's setting up a heel turn. That confirmed it for me. Cody's turning heel. It's happening, for sure. There's no way in hell he can get bitched out like that and not turn heel. Like, you're gonna be a motivating babyface? Dude, the crowd's booing you. Your coach left you. You tried to play fair. You can't beat Malachi Black by playing with the rules. You now have to go to that dark part of yourself. You have to go get the corporate son of a bitch, Cody, to then come back and beat Malachi Black. Yeah. Personally, yeah. I'm ready for Cody to turn heel. So probably the next time you see Cody fight Malachi Black will be at Full Gear. And yeah, he'll get his win back. And you know what? He should. Cody should turn heel, get his win back, and then rescind his the stipulation that he can't challenge for the World Championship. And then end Hangman Page's championship reign. Sorry. That's what I think should happen. Listen, this is what I think should happen. Whoever beats Omega for that title needs to then immediately lose that belt to Cody Rhodes. Sorry. So yeah, Hangman Page will probably beat Omega at Full Gear, but he'll lose the belt to Cody at freaking Evolution. Revolution. And then Cody's going to hold that belt for about 6 months and then drop it to Malachi Black. I know some of y'all are just like, no! Listen, let me tell you something. I want you to understand what y'all have done. The moment you started booing Cody Rhodes, a big-ass smile went on his face and said, I win. He knows what he's doing. He understands what position he's in. Y'all don't think Cody Rhodes is chomping at the bit to be a heel right now? Please. I know a lot of you thinking this is a Roman Reigns, John Cena situation where it's like, oh, he's trying to force himself as a babyface. No, he ain't. What'd I tell y'all? Who's in control right now? Who's creative control? It ain't Cody, it's Tony. Tony Khan. If Daddy Tony says Cody is a heel, guess what, Cody? You's a fucking heel. Go out there, get me some heat, make me some goddamn money. Cody's turning heel. Oh, for sure. And he should. He's run his course. He's actually... Listen. Because the pool is a lot more crowded with people like CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and apparently we're gonna get Wyndham Rotunda very soon. Yeah, he needs to go ahead and turn heel. Because there's no reason for him to be a babyface right now. There really isn't. Be the corporate heel that we know you can be. So I'm ready for it. Apparently the Lucha Bros are going to take on Andrade and a partner of his choosing for the tag team titles. I'm cool with that. That should be very interesting. Darby Allin, Eddie Kingston, and Jon Moxley defeat Bear Country, and Anthony Green in a very fun squash match because no one gives a damn about them. And then we got the tribute match. The Dark Order and our boy Orange Cassidy defeated the Hardy Family Office, the HFO, Matt Hardy's group. And it was good. There was some drama between the team, some dissension in the ranks. They almost split up and almost left, but then, of course, -1, the son of John Huber, the true boss, came out there and set them right, got their butts back inside the ring, and then they won the match. 16-man tag. And, of course, big tribute to Brodie Lee afterwards. It was great. Same thing goes for the women's match. I'll get to the women's match in just a second. But after this, you had Lio Rush do the video package. You could call him LBO, which apparently, I forgot what he was talking about, but he's going to make a lot of money because he has his name in stock, in the stock market. Okay, have fun with that. A tag team promo between FTR. He says there's a bad news with the tag team division coming forward. Dan Lambert cut a... Here's the thing. So, when I talk about the things I didn't like, when it comes to Dan Lambert and the Man of the Year, I don't know what it is, but it just feels like... I don't know. I know what they're going for. This is essentially the Jim Cornette gimmick. Oh, we're real wrestlers, we're real men, and all of these below 200-pound geeks don't know what it's like to wrestle. Marks. I get that it's a playoff of Jim Cornette. I'm just at that point where it's like, just get Jim Cornette. Go. Listen, you don't think, if you call Jim Cornette, I guarantee you he would say yes. Get Jim Cornette to come in and do it right, because, I don't know, Dan Lambert and this top American stuff, I'm just not getting all that much invested, because I'm trying to figure out, like, what is this for? Is the purpose of the gimmick to see Dan Lambert get his ass kicked? Again, this would have been much better suited for Jim Cornette. If this was Jim Cornette, please.
Just order Brodie Lee shirt and Sammy Guevara shirt.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, you want me to use that money to order the shirts? Next time, if you want me to order stuff, you might want to send it to me over PayPal, because that comes straight to me. When you send it through YouTube, I have to wait till next month to get that money, just so you know. So if you're sending me money, I don't get it right away. When you send it through YouTube, you have to send it to me through PayPal. But yeah, I'll definitely get me a Brodie Lee and Sammy Guevara shirt. You goddamn right, sir. Yeah, I'm not saying that Dan Lambert isn't doing a good job. I just kind of feel like the premise of this feud is to see him get beat up. And I'm like, I'm alright. I'm good. I don't really care one way or another. Okay, I hate to do this, but the one thing I didn't like about this show was the women's tag match. Penelope Ford and the Bunny versus Anna Jay and Ty Conti. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not feeling Penelope Ford, and I'm not feeling the Bunny. Alyx. They ain't doing it for me. They have gotten a lot, and I mean a lot of TV time these past few months, and it's not doing any good. I understand that they are getting this TV time because they're trying to feature more Americanized talent. I think it's time we bring back Hikaru Shida. I think it's time we bring back Riho. It's time we bring back a lot of these other Japanese wrestlers, because at least they have experience. Alyx and Penelope Ford need some work. They need a lot of work. Keep Ty Conti, keep Anna Jay. They're fine. They're perfectly fine where they are, especially Ty Conti. She's great. But like, I was even watching the match, and freaking Bunny couldn't even take Ty Conti's finisher properly. Completely missed her, and then she sold it so horribly. Yeah, those two are not ready. Get them off TV, please, because they make the women's division look very, very bad. Let's get some women back. I'm happy that we're bringing back Hikaru Shida and Serena Deeb next week. That's gonna be a great match. So we're bringing those two back next week. They're gonna do Thunder Rosa. They're gonna do Nyla Rose, and they're gonna do freaking Jade Cargill on Friday, and a triple threat hardcore match. Don't know why that wasn't on tonight's show. The fuck? But alright. Yeah, sorry, I personally don't understand why these two are getting that much TV time when they're really not that good. So, yeah, that was one of the only things about the show I didn't like. But luckily, they followed that up with a great segment. MJF gets confronted by Darby Allin. I saw that and went, okay, I don't care what you do for the rest of the night. I'm in love. Darby Allin versus MJF. I think this is the first time these two have actually crossed paths. That's the great thing of having a loaded roster, is because you got so much to work with, you just never run out of you never run out of ideas, and you're constantly getting new stars too.
Cody's founder, as OTRS Central calls it, is starting to come out, if Tony Khan has anything to say about it. And a founder can rescind any decision made.
Yep. Cody's definitely going for the title. But you couldn't take the smile off my goddamn face when freaking Darby Allin and MJF stood inside that ring. I said, oh, this is going to be fire. This is going to be an excellent feud. Oh, I can't wait. Their match, by the way, their match is going to be outstanding. But the feud, the build-up, bruh, I can't wait for it. I can't wait. I almost wish he was for a title. Because it should be. Like, this is a championship feud. But, whatever. I'm going to enjoy it. And the storyline is MJF is going to try to break. He's going to try to break Darby. He's going to mentally break Darby. Oh, shit. Can't wait for that. So, a lot is coming up. And I already talked about the main event, Sammy Guevara versus Miro. And he won the belt. So, I can't wait for what's to come down the pike. I'm really excited for AEW going forward. So many new things starting fresh. So many new faces coming in. The only thing we have to get down is the freaking women's division. And then we'll be good.
Jim Cornette in AEW would be interesting, but wait, doesn't he hate Kenny and the Young Bucks to death? Grimace?
Oh, yeah. He does, but he'll come in for that almighty dollar, I'll tell you that. But yeah, guys, I thoroughly enjoyed tonight's episode. This was a banger episode. It really, really was. So, give me your thoughts about Dynamite tonight. So, please, share your thoughts in the comments, in the live chat. I'm going to go ahead and just go straight to the live chat. What y'all over here talking about? Because I can't wait for it. Yes, Darby Allin versus MJF feud. I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. Mr. Unfamiliar says, Dan Lambert is cheaper. Whatever the hell. How I feel about commentary referencing AJ Lee. Listen, I love AJ. She can come back wherever the fuck she wants to. She doesn't need to come back. I'm good. Love her. But come back when she's passionate. You know what I mean? Ooh, how many likes do I have? 95 likes. Get them likes up. It's over 100 people in here. Get them likes up. We should at least get 100 likes. Come on now. Get them likes up, y'all. That's your future right there. MJF versus Darby Allin will be a great world championship feud in the future. Oh, absolutely. Who you kidding? Get them likes up, y'all. Michael Walker, baby boomers. Oh, stop it. That's a t-shirt, baby boomers. So yeah, Sammy Guevara will be challenging Bobby Fish for the championship next week because apparently Bobby Fish challenged him on Twitter. Interesting. The challenge was made on Twitter and Sammy said, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it." Someone told me that Full Gear is on the 13th. Oh, I thought it was on the 6th. It's on the 13th. Okay.
MJF and Darby Allin would give me some Chris Jericho versus CM Punk vibes. Man, that fuel was a masterpiece.
That feud was pretty dope. Back in 2012. Oh, man. When Punk was talking about... when Chris Jericho was talking about Punk's sister, that was fucked up. I remember that, though. That was pretty dope. Yep. I got 100 likes. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Well, it says 99 likes right here. So we'll see if I can at least get to 100. Adam Bomb. Stop it. Calls him Adam Bomb, baby. Don't do that. Zachary Haynes. I'm not saying Miro was buried. I just thought the decision to take the belt off of Miro was out of the blue. With that said, I want to see what he does with the title. Like, give Sammy a chance. I think Sammy can make it work. It's going to be a challenge for him, though. And I'll have to write that post. Because Miro was an excellent champion. He really was. So someone just told me that Bobby Fish isn't officially signed to AEW because he's signed to MLW, but it's basically one of those one-off deals where he gets to wrestle someone from MLW. So hopefully it's a good match. It should be. It better be. Apparently, they changed the location of Full Gear too. It's gonna be in Minnesota. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay, so St. Louis. I wonder why. Well, you guys give me your thoughts about that down below. Thank y'all for being here. You will see me again on Friday for my SmackDown review. Because guess what's happening Friday? The draft. And then, of course, you'll get my review of Dark Side of the Ring. I'll either do it tomorrow or Friday. I'll probably save it till Friday. But yeah, you'll get my review of the draft, Rampage, and Dark Side of the Ring on Friday. And then Monday will be the Raw draft, which, again, will be the last time I talk about that because I can't. So, you guys are awesome. Love you. Please take care of yourself. And as always, this is Alyx, just Alyx, signing out right here in Alyx's World. A safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.